We are live. Thank you all so much for being here. Welcome to another day. Welcome to March 2nd. It's incredible how time is flying by fast. Even this whole morning, I just realized it was 12 o'clock and I'm supposed to do this. So thank you all so much for those who saw the post yesterday and those who came in today to the club. This is going to be a weekly thing, regular thing where we meet. So I just want to welcome you and say thank you for following me. If this is the first time we meet, my name is Kamal. I am a published author. These are my notes on thinking into results and what I learned from some elite mentors in the industry, from John DeMartini to Bob Proctor to Laura Lagmeyer. And I'm also a business and mindset coach. My last post, I was the VP for a very large manufacturing plant, Republic Steel, and I'm now consulting to the steel industry and business and mindset coach with expertise in fundraising, capital raising, some alternative real estate adventures. So with that, today I'm going to focus on Think and Grow Rich. And I'm really going to share with you a few points that's going to show you why are you lacking the persistence. So if you haven't been paying attention to the persistence talks, today's specific session is going to be about what are some of the things that you have that you can easily answer that you're lacking. And I'm going to ask you the questions, and I have the book right here. And right away, you're going to know if you're lacking these things. And if you're lacking these things, it's because something is going on, right? And this is what you need to correct. So you might be wanting to invest, you might be wanting to grow up, you might be wanting to do other things, but it's not really happening. So I'm going to share with you why it's not happening and what are these things that you are lacking. Now, the way I know that is because I've been there. So as a CEO, as an entrepreneur, as an executive, as a real estate investor, I used to be like this, and I'm still like this, and I'm getting better. Though now I'm becoming more aware. So what I'm going to do, I want to bring your attention of how you can become aware, so you can stop in this lack. All right, and that's what we do in this club. That's what we do in the book club in Think and Grow Rich. So that's what that link is there for. El-Rassi.com club. Reach out to it, register. You start there in the community. And then if you choose to, you can study this book with us on Zoom, right? So this is like just virtual one way. Just imagine when you're in the session with me, going back and forth, asking your specific questions that relates to you, all right? Specific questions to you. And that's how you're going to advance, all right? So get a piece of paper, get a pen, invite somebody else if you want, and let's go. And also today at 2 p.m. is actually where my whole community from LinkedIn or my Facebook or my CRM, they are all invited. They come into Zoom. It doesn't matter if they paid a penny or not. When you come to the CRM, it's for free. You get 150 days of mindset training. So that at 2 p.m. Thursday, every Thursday, we hold a session like a Q&A, mastermind, where we really share with you what's really going on. And from there, you decide to interact with each other, collaborate, share stages, do all kind of wonderful things. So I'm doing this to build communities for you and for me so that we can have fun, grow, and do a few things together. All right. So why Think and Grow Rich? Why do I want you to see this, right? Well, I want you to see this because this is the information that really set the stage. This is the information that really, when I focused and I started studying, it changed the course. And that's why I wrote my notes in this book, right? So that I can really have the legacy of what I know and I can share that with you. So now I teach this book with my group, and it's just incredible. We're doing the workbook already, second book. So on the screen here, you see a small quick page that shows, how to get your mindset right. What's it going to be like when you have these timeless principles applied in your business? What's it going to be like when you have a clear vision on your goals and action steps? Like, what would life look like? Or how can we take you there? How can we get you to develop this confidence that you need to do that? Now, everything I talk about is because I've experienced it and I know it, and I teach you from my experience, not just because somebody told me. I've gone through these stages and I'm going to share it with you. So if you're struggling in your sales enigma and empire and it's not happening, if you have something you're building, like many of the mompreneurs in my community, and we teach them sales, we teach them how to sell, teach them how to build that confidence, right? How to become accountable. So we're going to help you change your habits so you can change your income, so you can change your life. So that's what you see on the screen, right? And I want you for a moment here, imagine what's possible for you. You're probably thinking, can I do this? Can Kyla do this? And if you're listening to the rewind, to the replay of this, and whatever is your name, can you do this? Of course you can. I was just speaking to a friend of mine in Lebanon. I said, you can do this. You can sell these products. You can move these things. You can get to. He's like, man, I'm going to move from this country to another. He's this gentleman. I love the guy. I mean, the guy's been a friend of mine for some time, but you got to get him on the right stage. He's like, he's going to move from one country to another for a mere $900 a month. I'm like, $900? You're going to move from Lebanon to all the way to Dubai for $900 a month. Now, that might be a lot of money for some of you, but it's not a lot of money in the scheme of things. And that's how I know he's not on goal. He's not on target. And he's a friend of mine, so we had a very candid conversation. So I want you to really set your goals. I want you to have this consistent action towards what you want. Don't let other people direct where you're going to live, where you want to be, what you're going to do. I did that for a long time and it didn't get me anywhere. So now that I've changed my thinking and I grew my awareness, I don't let that thing happen to me anymore. I'm in charge. I'm in control. And I want you to be in charge, and I want you to be in control. And I want you to have this proven science and psychology so that you can start winning, right? So you can start having, so that you can start building. Entrepreneurs, CEOs, real estate agents, if you're a stressed parent, this is for you. I'm speaking to you exactly. You're the one who needs it, right? So here we are. Teddy's saying hi. We have a little dog here. She loves the camera. Every time I go on camera, she loves to come live. So let's get started. So I promise you today we're going to talk about persistence. And if you don't have this book, Think and Grow Rich, we study it. And in the persistence chapter yesterday, specifically, we talked about the 4 steps to persist. So I'm not going to review them very much. I'm just going to tell you to go back and listen to the replay. All right. And if you can't find it, send a link, send me a message, go to the ask.el-Rassi.com.club, and we'll send you the steps that it takes to get to the replay, all right? But I'm going to ask you some questions today to see, like I said, why are you lacking this persistence? What is inside of you that's happening or not happening? What are the symptoms, right, for lack of persistence? Because you probably want to earn money. You probably want to get better. I mean, if I ask you, do you really want to double your income? You'll say yes. If I ask you, do you want to double another investment? You'll say yes. But you don't do it, right? How do I know that? Because I was like that. I was always wishing and hoping and thinking my neighbor is going to come and knock on the door and bring you something to your lap, your hand, and say, hey, take it. This is it, Kamal. And it's not going to happen. So if you're waiting for somebody to share with you this thing, to come to the door and give you the basket of eggs, you're going to be waiting a long time. It's not going to happen. You're going to have to do it by yourself. You're going to do it with a team. You're going to have a vision. You're going to have a clear mission. So here's step number 1. If you're having this symptom, that means you're lacking the persistence. Now, I want to tell you everything I'm sharing with you, you can fix, right? So it doesn't mean that you're damaged good. It doesn't mean I'm damaged good. That means we can get better. Once you become aware of a problem, we can fix it. That's the whole thing. I want you to become aware of the problem so that we can correct it and get better. That's the whole idea. So I'm going to bring your awareness. So now, failure to recognize and to clearly define exactly what you want. So you're not persisting because you kind of want to go to the gym, but you're not intentional. You go to the gym and you have your iPad with you and you have your iPhone with you and you're talking on the phone and you're walking around chatting with everybody. That's baloney. The 30 minutes you're there, you're wasting time. You're not intentional. You're not defining your goal. What are you going to get out of the gym? Before I go and spend my 30 minutes there, I know exactly what I'm going to get there. I'm going to go in there. I'm going to stretch for 5 minutes. I'm going to work out. I'm going to sweat. I'm going to run, or I'm going to do weights, and I'm going to get out of there. Or I'm going to do the spin class, and I'm out of there. So I'm very intentional. So if I don't have a clearly defined desire, clearly defined goal in my money business, in my real estate business, in my coaching business, I'm not getting anywhere. And that's why you were lost. That's why you stay on this Ferris wheel where we're always lost. So failure to recognize and clearly define exactly what you want. And you have to get better at this. You get better at it as you start along this journey. Number 2, if you have this procrastination symptom, right? So if Kyla, for example, or whoever is listening live here, I can't tell, I can only have one screen here being shared. If you have this procrastination habit, with or without cause, sometimes you have everything that it takes. You even have the money to buy the book. You even have everything that you need to take the action. All the decisions are there, like you've already figured out, but you don't take the action. That's an excuse. You're waiting for an alibi. You're waiting for something else to happen. You're hoping something else would stop you. You are procrastinating, and procrastination is the opposite of decision making. See, when you study with me, I'm going to teach you how to make decisions. Where's the book? Here's the book. When you study with me, thinking into results, decision making is at the top of the list. So if you're a leader or a founder or some kind of investor, you have to learn how to make decisions. And we make decisions differently. It's not an average way of making decisions. You got to do it differently. So you got to stop this procrastination. And it is a symptom. It is something that developed with you over time, and it's not your fault. It's the way you're raised, the way the school system is. I've had 5 degrees before I figured out this material. So it's not like I studied this in school, right? I studied this with my mentors, the number one in the world, Bob Proctor, who was in the movie The Secret. He's now passed away. And now I'm studying with Laura Langmeyer and a few other coaching mentors, fitness and the material that I teach. So this is the best of the best. I'm going to teach you how to do that, how to be clearly defined on your goal, how to really have no more procrastination, make decisions fast, make them quick. When von Braun was asked by President Kennedy, what does it take to get somebody up to the moon safely and bring them back? Very quickly, within seconds, 20 seconds or so, he said, the will to do it. He did not have a rocket ship. He did not know how. It is back in the 50s and 60s. He did not know how. He said, the will to do it quickly, like that. And guess what? They put a man on the moon and they brought him back. Now you have to learn how to make these decisions for your business, for your life. Just like I'm learning it, just as I'm growing. So I want you to come on this journey with me, right? Number 3, you have lack of interest in acquiring specialized knowledge. Now, what does that mean? Lack of interest. Lack of interest in acquiring specialized knowledge. Well, let me tell you what that means. You see, the law of compensation, and that's the law, you're going to get money for the services that you render. And the law of compensation says the need for what you do is number 1, all right? The need for what you do. Now, the need for what you do has always been here, always will be here. Even when you leave, it's still going to be here. How good are you at doing it, right? How good are you at doing it? Are you better today than yesterday? And number 3, are you replaceable? Of course, you're replaceable. Everybody dies, everybody passes away, eventually moves on, and the companies keep going. Yeah, they might suffer for a while, but they keep going. And the need for what you do has always been here and will be here. So all you have to do is get better at what you're doing. So are you interested in becoming the best at what you do? So you see, I want to be the best at what I'm doing, with what I'm doing. If it's the book clubs, if it's the real estate adventure, if it is the coaching session, if it is the one-on-one with you guys, I want to be the best today. This is the best speech I've made today for you. This is the best. I did one yesterday, but today is better than yesterday. So are you doing it like this in your business? I'm interested in becoming better on the camera, on the speaking, on my notes, on my emails, on my copy. I want to be the best today. Now, it doesn't matter that it's not perfect. It doesn't need to be. I'm going to fail my way to the target. And I want you to come along this journey. Because we have several of you. We have several. As a matter of fact, we have many of you doing it already. I want to show you here a quick picture who these people are. So for those who are watching this, this is who you are. You're an entrepreneur, you're a CEO, you're a real estate agent. 50% of my people are real estate agents, somehow. And another 25% mompreneurs, and then there's CEOs, executives, managers, right? So this is you here. This is the legacy that you're going to get, the 150 years of science psychology. So let's see. There's Carlos here on the testimonial. There's Judy here. There's Dan. And this is the people that are studying this material so they can get better. And I'm sure you want to get better. I know you want to get better. Now, number 4, indecision. Okay, I'm giving you the symptoms that you lack in this persistence problem. What's this indecision? The habit of passing the buck on all occasions instead of facing issues squarely. See, it doesn't matter. Like, you could be going with your family somewhere and then you're late. And you say, no, it's the kid's fault, or it's the wife's fault, it doesn't matter whose fault it is. You're passing the buck. You guys did not decide the night before. You did not prep the day before. You did not have the breakfast ready. You didn't have the car ready. You didn't have the house ready, the dog ready. I don't know what it is, but you're being indecision, right? Number 5, the habit of relying upon alibis. Do you lack this symptom? Is this happening with you? The habit of relying upon alibis instead of creating definite plans and problem solving. Do you always say, well, winter was here and that's why we couldn't sell it at a high price? Well, the tenant left and that's how we broke. Well, we did not start because that. You're always looking for something. You're looking for that hash. See, if there's an escape window, you're always going to go for it. That's me. That's how it used to be me. And now I'm not like that anymore. There cannot be an escape hatch. You have to take the full responsibility. You got to become responsible. When I teach you thinking into results, and you should grab a copy of this book. It's available everywhere now, digital form as well, on the digital apps, also on Amazon as well. Or get the first chapter from my website, askelrassi.com. You have to just become 100% responsible. Nobody else. Look, stuff happens. You got here somehow. I don't know how. I don't know whose fault it is, but it doesn't matter. Don't be blaming your parents, your friends, your country, your politicians. You cannot change all that. So what? Now what? So what? You've been suffering. So what? You've been miserable. So what? You've been laid off. So what? You've lived a miserable life. So what? You've been whatever done to you. Now what? What are you going to do about it? You see, most of us, and I used to be me, and that's you right now, and I'm talking to you that's listening live. You got to learn to take full responsibility. It doesn't matter if you're fired and it's not your fault. It doesn't matter if the company shut down and it's not your fault. It doesn't matter that you have to take this full responsibility. You take it on. You say, tell the world, I'm ready. And you know what? The better version of you is going to come out. But if you stand up and you say, their fault, her fault, his fault, they did this, they did that, then you're not going to get the success that you deserve. You're not going to persist towards the goal that you want to have. You're not going to persist to find the property that you want, the deal that you want. Who's going to work with you? Who's going to work with you if you show up and you're not responsible? Who's going to partner with you? If you come to do business with me and you say, Kamal, I want to do this and that, but I'm not going to have any responsibility. I'm not going to do business with you. If you come to the mastermind, right, and start connecting with the people that I have in my community, and you're not going to take responsibility for showing up on time, you're not going to take the responsibility for doing what you say you want to do. Now, trust me, it's a habit. Number 6, self-satisfaction. There is but little remedy for this affliction and no hope for those who suffer from it. Self-satisfaction. There's weakness which must be mastered. You have to master this thing. Indifference, usually reflected in one's readiness to compromise on all occasions rather than meet opposition and fight it. See, you have to know what you want and say, no, this is what I want. I want a salad, and I want the green leaves, and I want it without tomatoes, and I don't want the onions, and I want this and that. But if you get something else, and you say, oh, no, that's okay. No. You be polite and you ask for what you want. You cannot be indifferent on the outcome. You have to get what you want. Don't be just satisfied. You can't be indifferent if you win or you lose. No, you're going to win. You cannot be okay if you have $10 per hour when you want $100 per hour. You cannot be okay if your client doesn't pay you after he said he or she will. Right? You have to know what you want. Number 8, the habit of blaming others for one's mistakes and accepting unfavorable circumstances as being unavoidable. And you see, it's a habit. And I kind of mentioned this a bit earlier, but you're blaming everybody's mistakes. If you're on a team, and I've been on a lot of teams in management for the last 24 years, and we've done it all, it was his fault, or that refractory guy in the steel plant, or, the supplier did this or that. You know what? It doesn't matter. At the end of it, you have to take that responsibility. You cannot blame them on the mistake. You're in charge. You're responsible. As a leader, and you are a leader, you are a CEO, you are going to become responsible. That's the way it works. And if you don't want it, that's fine. But you raised your hand and you said, I want to be in this mastermind. I want to be the entrepreneur. I want to be the leader. I want to get the big buck. Well, you know what? The buck stops here. The buck stops with you. Number 9, weakness of desire due to neglect in the choice of motives that impel action. Weakness of desire. See, if your desire is so small, you're not going to take the action that you need to move forward, right? If your desire is so weak, you're not going to have enough motive to move forward. And you have to change that. You have to become your best guy. Your best guy. If you don't have that strong desire, if you don't have that fuel, you're not going to move forward. We're going to teach you how to do that. We discuss it here. Thinking into results. It's huge. How do you have a burning desire? How do you do that? We're going to teach you that. Number 10, willingness, even eagerness to quit at the first sign of defeat. How many times do you see teams give up so quickly, right? How many times do you find your kids or your friends, as soon as something goes on, it's not going to work? How many times you've attempted to make phone calls to get a sale and it just doesn't work? How many times would you call somebody if they keep saying no? See, I will not give up on you. Even if I call you and say, hey, would you like to come to the mastermind? Hey, would you like to come to my book club? Hey, would you like to come to my thinking into results? And you may say, no, I'm not ready now. I'm not going to give up on you. A week from now, a month from now, 2 months from now, I'm going to follow up. I'm going to call you back. It doesn't matter that you told me no. I'm not going to take an over an answer because I know how good this is for you. But so many will give up so quick at the first sign of defeat. They don't have the persistence. And we're talking about your persistence. Now, I'm not talking about just the arrogance. I'm talking about persistence, willingness to do something that's never been done before. Number 11. Let's see what time here. We're at 21 minutes. Beautiful. We're going to do a little bit, almost 30 minutes. Lack of organized plans placed in writing where they may be analyzed. See, you got to have a plan. It's not random. It's not doing anything. It's doing something. See, Wallace said, we do things in a certain way. Hold on one second. So Wallace said, we do things in a certain way. And that's the way of the rich. We're not going to just do anything. You're going to have an organized plan, and you're going to say, this is what we're going to do. And step 1, step 2, step 4, step 5, and you're going to do it. It's not random. It's intentional. If you want to do it random, that's what you've been doing, and that's not the results that you want, and you want to change. Now, I'm going to teach you the mindset that it takes to persist. The mindset that these elite CEOs, entrepreneurs think like. How do they become Elon Musk? How do they become Einstein? How do they become Jeff Bezos? How do they get this mindset? Well, I'm going to teach you how that is. I want you to come on the journey with me. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you, Kyla, those who are listening to the replay, those who are my Facebook group, my LinkedIn community. I'm talking to you. This is the mindset that it takes. The habit of neglecting to move on ideas or grasp opportunity when it presents itself. You see, you have to become more aware. Once you become aware, you're going to see the opportunities. One of my clients, as he studied with me and he became aware, in a record amount of time, he bought a house, bought 2 new cars, put a pool in the back of his house. Now, he's been wanting to do this for 20 years. He never, same job. But we just reconfigured things financially. We reconfigured how he thinks. So we made what's priority for him right now to become a priority. The habit of neglecting to move on ideas. So when I give you an idea, when you come to these mastermind meetings, you're going to get ideas. Now you're going to move on them. Now you're not going to move on them because you have a habit of not moving on ideas. But as we teach you, as you raise your awareness, as you become more engaged and trusting of yourself, you're not trusting me. I don't need you to trust me. I need you to trust yourself. But you know what? I want you to believe in yourself because right now you don't have a belief in yourself. See, I believe in you. When Bob Proctor started studying this Think and Grow Rich, Ray told him, my ways working, your ways not. And you got to do what I tell you to do. My way is working and your way is not. And you got to do what I'm asking you to do. And Bob said, okay, I'll do it. And guess what? A record amount of time, he figured out all this stuff. And I'm telling you, my way is working, your way is not. At the same time, Ray told Bob, I don't lie, and I know what I'm talking about. And until you find out that I'm lying, I don't know what I'm talking about, you do whatever you want. So I'm inviting you to the best opportunity of your life. So you can start having, so you can start doing, so you can start being more. And so you can start following directions so you can become that leader, that entrepreneur, that executive. So you can have multiple investments. So you can have all these streams of income instead of sitting on the fence line. I don't lie, and I know what I'm talking about. And I want you to believe in yourself because I believe in you. And if I can do it, you can do it. All right? If I can do it, you can do it. Now, I don't know what you're waiting for. All right? I don't know what you're waiting for. Because I want you to have a whole lot more than what you have right now. All right, we are at number 13, wishing instead of willing. Are you wishing instead of willing? You're always wishing and hoping that something would happen. You're always wishing and hoping that things will get better. You're okay if it doesn't. You're okay if blah, 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 right? We got to stop the wishing and hoping. We got to make sure it's a must. Number 14, the habit of compromising with poverty instead of the riches. Is you're accepting the lower side. You're accepting the low income. You're accepting the $10 an hour job. You're accepting the pushing boxes instead of, pushing gold coins or pushing some bigger thing in your life. I want you to apply these principles into your life and into your business. You have a general absence of ambition. You have to raise your target to being more, to do more, to become more, right? More persuasive, more confident, more influential, more sales, right? I want you to become it, right? I want you to have it. I want you well, another big symptom that a sign that you're not persistent is if you are always looking for shortcuts. Are you always looking for the shortcut? You meet with somebody, we have a plan, but you're always looking for that shortcut. You want that fast. It's not a rich, quick scheme. If somebody tells you, give me 1,000, I'll give you 10,000 the next day, you shouldn't do it. You should know better. Oh yeah, maybe that'll work. That's how people get fraud happening all the time because they're accepting this quick rich schemes. The thing is magic. It's not magic. Stop searching for the shortcuts, right? And number 16, fear of criticism. This is a big one, and there's a whole chapter in here about the 6 ghosts of fear, right? Fear of criticism, failure to create plans and to put them into action because of what other people will think, do, or say. This enemy belongs at the head of the list because it generally exists in one's subconscious mind, where its presence is not recognized. See the 6 basic fears in later chapter. We're going to discuss those chapters. And I want you to come. And I want you to come and see this book club. This is just one of the book clubs. This is going to change your life. And I want you to come and have it. That's the website, askelrassi.com. I really want you to win. I want you to stop losing. I want you to start becoming on that track of success. And I want to do that for you. All right. And when you come into my community, you'll get a chapter for free. You get over 100 days of amazing mindset material that cost me over $100,000 to get over the last 2.5 years. Why am I doing that? Because I want to give, right? I want to help more people. I want to help more people like this guy. Because every time I get a top client that works with me and comes in for a full coaching, we help another kid worldwide. I'm collaborating with World Vision. We're going to help thousands of these kids. They're homeless, they don't have place, they don't have water, they don't have food. So we're going to help thousands of them, just like I'm helping people back home in Lebanon. But now I want to help these kids. They are way more miserable place than where you and I are. So let's do this. All right. Don't do it just for yourself. Don't be greedy. Right. I want you to do it for other people as well. Right. So I want you to learn this mindset. I want you to start achieving these worthy goals. This is at the back of my book here. Let's take a look. Change your life. Change your team's life today. Learn how to set and achieve worthy goals. See yourself a part of something bigger in this world. Be more, do more, become more. Quickly create massive results in your life and get a life of freedom. Now, I call it 150 years of science and psychology to achieve your goals, your dreams, and desires. You can implement these changes in your life and within your business team and start creating the magic that you deserve. So many gems in here. I was on the plane the other day going to Miami last week. We just came back, and I was like on chapter 4. I was like, wow, this stuff is good. See, I'm still amazed at what I wrote in here because the stuff is so good. All right, the stuff is so good. So this will be the last few minutes here before I invite you one more time to the mastermind. We do have a class at 1 o'clock today on Think and Grow Rich. And then at 2 o'clock, we're going to meet, just like it says here, for a free mastermind. Once you register, you get the Zoom link. And make sure you register, right? Don't just grab the link from some other sites. Make sure you register. And if you don't have it, you let me know. Then we'll figure it out, all right? So with that, I want to thank you very much for listening. I want to thank you for being here. And if you're just watching the replay and you took some notes and have some question, reach out. Okay, reach out and tell me what you think. So here we go.
Thank you and have a good day.
Let's see.
Well, hello and welcome. Thank you for visiting. My name is Kamal and I am a student and teacher of the Law of Attraction. I've been mentored by Bob Proctor and now Laurel Langmeyer on how to think and grow rich, how to really change your mindset so your wealth can change. So thanks for visiting. For a long time I've struggled, and now luckily with the mentorship and the guidance of elite mentors who've done it, I'm not like that anymore. And I want to help you. I want to help you grow. And that's why this community is built. So after struggling for a long time, and now that I've figured it out, with this community, we mastermind, we study Think and Grow Rich, we study wealth, we study sales. How do people like yourself do it? Well, I'm going to show you how. And that's why this is built. I want to walk the talk with you. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining. Click below and join us so you can see how to mastermind. You can see how you yourself, people like yourself, are doing it and growing their business, their sales, their real estate, their companies, their accounting companies. It's just so exciting to have you here. Because struggling is not fun. Struggling for a long time is not fun. So let's get you to be unstuck. Let's get you to be part of that 5% of the people who are really making it happen. So join us for the mastermind. Join us for studying wealth. Join us for studying Think and Grow Rich, because you can do it. How do I know that? Because if I can do it, you can do it. Just look at my clients' results. Look at my results. This is not to brag. This is just to show you that there is a better way. And the better way is by joining us, joining this beautiful, amazing community that's growing. So thanks again. Click below, and I look forward to meeting you very, very soon. Thank you, and have a good day.
So good.
Well, hello and welcome. Thank you for visiting. My name is...
So please join. I look forward to seeing you. I wanted to share some other slide from the PowerPoint, but the system is not letting me go to the PowerPoint. So it's what it is. We'll have to figure that out. I'll talk to the tech team to see what's it going to take to make restream share the PowerPoint. I think it says a window. So if I do a window, entire screen, do a window, which one would it be? Maybe it will do it. Let's see if it does it. Now, that's okay. So with that, thanks again. Thank you very much. That's my number there as well. You can text, you can call, and we go from there. Ask El-Rassi.com/club. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and have an amazing day. Blessings. See you, some of you in my class at 1 and others at 2 for the mastermind.